One day, Alexander's friends were upset because he was making new friends they didn't know. So Alexander gave a special talk to help everyone understand why making new friends is important. So here's the speech.
My fellow Macedonians, honored Persian nobles, loyal companions and brother in arms, look around you. See the faces that stand beside you today. They are no longer simply the countenances of men from Macedonia, from Persia, from Egypt, or from lands beyond. They are the faces of a new world we have forged together through blood, through courage, and through vision. When we departed from the shores of Macedonia 8 years ago, many doubted our purpose. They called our ambition madness. They called our dreams delusion. How can one kingdom challenge the might of Persia? They asked. How can one man hope to unite the world? They scoffed. Yet, here we stand. We stand not as conquerors alone, but as architects of a new age. For what is victory if it leaves nothing but ashes in its wake? What glory exists in ruling over ruins? No, my brothers, our purpose has always been greater than mere conquest. Our purpose has been creation. I've seen among you the courage that defies death, at the Granicus River, at Isis, at Gaugamela. When faced with superior numbers, you did not falter. When staring into the abyss of defeat, you did not retreat. This is the spirit that has carried us across deserts, through mountains, and against armies that darken the horizon with their number. But courage without vision is merely recklessness. And so I have asked you to see beyond the battlefield, beyond the immediacy of war and victory. I have asked you to envision a world where East and West are not divided by fear and suspicion, but united in common purpose. A world where knowledge flows freely between our peoples, where commerce flourishes without borders, where the best of each civilization strengthens the whole. This is why I have adopted Persian customs alongside our own. This is why I have encouraged marriages between our peoples. This is why I have appointed Persians to positions of authority alongside Macedonians, not to diminish our heritage, but to create something greater than either of us could achieve alone. Some among you have questioned these decisions. Some have clung to old prejudices and ancient rivalries. I understand your hesitation, for change is never easy, but I ask you, would Alexander be worthy of your loyalty if he feared to venture into uncharted territories of governance as readily as he led you into uncharted lands? The greatest empires of history are but dust now, because they could not adapt, because they could not envision anything beyond what had always been. The Egyptians, the Babylonians, even the mighty Persians, all eventually fell because they became rigid, unyielding to the winds of change. We shall be different. We shall build an empire not on sand, but on the bedrock of shared prosperity and mutual respect. An empire where Greek philosophy meets Persian administration, where Egyptian wisdom complements Macedonian strength. What we create today will endure long after we have returned to dust. My father Philip taught me the art of war, but Aristotle taught me the purpose of civilization, and the purpose of civilization is not dominion, it's the elevation of the human spirit. I know the sacrifices you have made, I have seen your wounds, I have mourned our dead. I have felt the ache in your hearts for homes and families left behind. These sacrifices shall not be in vain. For each mile we have marched, for each battle we have fought, we have expanded not just the boundaries of our empire, but the boundaries of what humanity can achieve. There are those who whisper that Alexander is driven by insatiable ambition, that I seek glory for myself alone. To them I say, if I desired personal glory, I would have been content with the crown of Macedonia. If I sought only power, I would have stopped at the gates of Persepolis. No, my vision extends beyond my own name, beyond my own life. I see an empire where our children and our children's children will speak of this time as the dawn of golden age. where the libraries of Alexandria and Babylon and Athens share their knowledge freely, where a merchant can travel from the Aegean to the Indus without fear, where a citizen can proudly claim to be not just of one city or one people, but of one united world. This is the empire I see. This is the world I have asked you to help me build. And if fate decrees that I should not live to see this vision completed, know that it continues through you. For Alexander is not one man, Alexander is the spirit that drives us to reach beyond what others believe possible. Alexander is the courage to dream of a better world and the will to create it. So I ask you now, not as your king, but as your brother in arms, will you carry this vision forward? Will you continue to build bridges between peoples rather than walls? Will you be remembered not just as conquerors, but as creators? The path ahead may not be easy. There will be resistance, both from without and from within. There will be those who cling to the old ways, who fear the unfamiliar. But remember this, nothing great in this world has ever been achieved without struggle. Nothing meaningful has ever been created without opposition. We have faced the spears and arrows of our enemies and prevailed. Surely we can face the challenges of peace with equal courage. Look once more to those who stand beside you. In their diversity lies our strength. In their unity lies our greatness. Together, we have changed the map of the world. Now together, let us change the course of history. For we are not merely the army of Alexander, we are the architects of tomorrow.